Hello, it's Jenna here. I'm creating in my art journal today and I'm challenging myself to create something in just 10 to 15 minutes to see if I can do a whole page in that amount of time and, more importantly, hear what God has to say to me today. So I have my Neo Colour 2 water soluble crayons here. I've just decided to have a play with them. I haven't done that for a while, and I've chosen green. Green is really my happy place. It's my favourite colour. It always relaxes me and makes me feel safe. So there's nothing wrong with that. As a good way to start a page with something that you feel comfortable with. So I've used a kind of olivey green, a lime green and a Prussian blue here, and now I'm activating them with water. I started using a paintbrush, but actually it's much more fun just to use your fingers. So I'm just playing here, chilling out and trying to get into the flow of creating a page. I have no idea what I'm creating or what this is going to be about at this stage. I'm literally just adding some colour to the page as I go. So now I'm picking up some water soluble pencils. These are called Inktense pencils in black, and actually my pencil is ridiculously blunt to the point that it's hardly working, in fact, but that actually makes quite a nice texture as I'm drawing these squiggly leaves. And you'll see a couple of minutes ago I ended up turning the page upside down. I did that for ease of adding the water to the Neo colours, but actually I'm kind of deciding at this point, as I'm drawing these tendrils flowing down, that I quite like it this way up, and that happens sometimes. The pages in my journal, half of them are one way and half of them are the other way, and that's fine. I'm showing you how blunt my pencil is there. So yeah, I'm kind of going with the green vegetation kind of theme here. And now I'm picking up some collage bits. So I've emptied out what I have in my basic journaling kit, just some little pieces of collage paper, and I'm just picking up what feels right, trying it out on the page, seeing how I feel about it as I just place it down. And I've gone to find a few more green bits now. This is a pre-painted sheet that I made myself. You'll see I got that tag out for a little while. It had some words on it that spoke to me. It said, "We rise by lifting others," as it dropped out of my bits and pieces. So I just placed it on the page for a while, wondering if that was going to be part of the story, and then decided that maybe it wasn't quite right for today. Oops, that was my gel medium squidging out everywhere. So I've decided to stick on these shiny, watery green bits here. This is some tissue paper, and it's actually a snake skin pattern on there, but it's quite kind of muted. I'm still playing it safe at this point, and I'm still not quite sure where this page is going, except that it's feeling quite jungly. I'm getting the kind of jungle vibe with the idea of snakes and these darker greens coming in. And then I suddenly decided to go with that jungle theme by adding on these tiger print pieces of tissue paper as well, which I've avoided using for quite a long time because it's such a strong, obvious print. But I decided today was the day where they were going to make an appearance on a page. And this was really the decision that suddenly gave the page meaning for me. I think there's There's often a moment on a page where you take a risk of adding something, and that can really be the moment. It can all go wrong at that point, definitely, but don't worry, there's always kind of paint and gesso to cover up things. But when I added these tiger print pieces, I decided that this piece was about things hiding in the jungle, and that was something that God wanted to speak to me about today. And you'll see as I go on to add some words in a minute how that theme starts to speak to me. So I've added some more tissue paper with some little doodles on. That's another good way to get ahead of the game, is to do some doodles on white tissue paper. And then you have, if you think about the time it would take to draw all these little black circles compared to the time it took to stick down some white tissue paper, you're really saving some time. So I'm just blending it all together now by adding a little bit more Neocolour over the top of my collage. If I had more time, I would do a lot more of this kind of blending technique, but really that's just a aesthetic thing, and we're not in this for making something that looks perfectly beautiful. We just want to get the flavour of what we're saying. So by now I feel that what God wants to say to me in this page is about my inner landscape. So this isn't a picture of a real jungle or place. This is a picture of what's going on inside me. And I got the sense that it was a wild place. It was a lush place, a place of growth, and that there were things hiding there that God wanted to call out, and this sense of bravery. And so I wrote these words: wild heart where brave things lurk. So there was that sense of the tiger and the snake and leopard and other animals hiding in the undergrowth, and they represented my hopes, my dreams, my ambitions for God. And I felt at the end here that I needed to write a proclamation, a declaration, come out. So I'm speaking directly to those God-given dreams and giving them permission to let themselves be seen. And I'm reminded of Luke 8 verse 17, for there is nothing hidden that will not be disclosed, and nothing concealed that will not be known or brought out into the open. So this is how the finished page turned out. It was totally worth doing, even though I had very limited time to express my thoughts and what I thought God was saying. It was totally worthwhile giving those 10 to 15 minutes of my day to God. So why not have a go yourself? And I hope you've enjoyed watching me do that. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and hopefully there will be more videos like this on the way.